Todd Howard, truly a man of many achievements, spiteful, evil, and most importantly, an absolute non-stop liar. It's so bad, in fact, that we don't really know if Todd Howard's name is, in fact, Todd Howard. And this absolute gem of an existence is somehow the CEO of a massive multi-billion-dollar company that got bought by a massive multi-trillion-dollar company that has obvious buyer's remorse at this point. And this company's name is Bethesda. And Bethesda is now more than ever known for exactly one thing: being literally the most talentless thing in the universe. If having no talent was a talent, Bethesda would be overflowing with it, okay? They would create a new type of lantern ring of talentlessness. It would be that bad, okay? And again, Todd Howard at the helm. And once again, my dear friends, we gather here today for Todd Howard to lie about something. Well, I assume he's gonna lie about something because that's literally all this guy does and ruin things.
I think the impact of the show on like Fallout as a franchise has been bigger than I expected.
So this is Vegas, huh? I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but
Okay.
he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
As this is a rare, beautiful day in the winter of London, I wondered if you had a chance to check out the Fallout London mod.
Only
Oh, that mod that we sabotaged intentionally, like we did with the last big mod that was coming out because we want no competition and people to not figure out that we are talentless and literally anyone else who even barely tries is gonna get the job done better than us? No, never heard of it.
some videos that I've seen online. I have not played it,
So
and
you hadn't been following the development at all, like...
only a little bit. I would say we look at a lot of the modding that's going on, and when you have those total conversions, that is, I just want to say how hard that is. And so the fact that it came out, like, first of all, most of those never come out. The fact that it came out, it seems like a lot of fans love it, is just, like, I need to express to everybody out there how difficult and what a journey that is for some of these big mod teams to do stuff like that.
Whilst the location might have changed, war never changes.
Were there ever conversations about New Vegas's other supporting cast showing up?
Well, it's really, number one is we're taking place 15 years after that game-ish, and then making sure we honor it really well, like treat it.
Yes, honor it really well by destroying everything it stood for, destroying its lore, destroying its culture, destroying Mr. House, most importantly, I guess, if everything, completely butchering the Fallout lore in general, and leaving nothing alive after it. Yes, yes, Todd, yes, of course, my sweet dear summer child, yes, of course you did a great job valuing the lore and stuff. Who would ever say otherwise, you absolute roach?
As you would want it treated if you had played through that game and all the different ways it can be played. And so I think there's a lot of surprises in there in terms of, you know, you don't want to be fan service. You want to approach it naturally, but some of those things happen where you're like, oh, so there's some good amount of surprises.
Sad and lies. Ah yes, Death Claws, famously known to stare slowly at their prey.
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.
The show's been in production since...
I haven't watched it, but I'm very sure a gate of you know, a little bit of... I'm pretty sure this doesn't stop at Deathclaw, you know?
The show's been in production since, unfortunately, the untimely passing of Matthew Perry. I wondered if there was ever an internal conversation about his inclusion.
Well, obviously he had passed away, and so it's hard to see the world, you know, if he had been around, and he was an incredible...
That's because Todd Howard literally placed no value into anyone but himself.
Kind of at that time, spokesman for Fallout. I remember when Fallout 3 came out, he appeared on a talk show And someone sent to me, like, Matthew Perry is talking about Fallout 3. He just brought it, he had signed the game and brought it on, and maybe it was Ellen or something, and said, like, I love this game, and we had nothing to do with that. And so it was great to get him involved in New Vegas.
The game is called Fallout 3, and yeah.
Do you know the game? They don't.
How did Ellen even become famous? The guy like brings out a thing and says, "This is Fallout 3," and she's like, "Oh, do you know what this is?" Yes, Ellen. I literally brought it here. I do know what this is. What the fuck, actually?
They're just doing that.
Yeah, I'm not affiliated with this game at all. I just love it, and so, but I signed it, so it looks like I created
What's it about? What is it?
It's a post-apocalyptic world.
I
and
see.
you run around and kill things.
I see.
The major theme of this season is reducing people down to mindless automation. It's especially prescient given the ongoing conversations about generative AI.
Yes, exactly. You know, the thing that Mr. House was completely against. You know, that thing that went against all of his ideals. I love hating Fallout. I love hating Bethesda. I mean, it never runs out.
I'd like to get your take on how it's used and what you feel like the future of its use is for TV and game production.
For AI right now? Oh, look, that's a big one. I view it as a tool. I think in creative intention.
Can't say anything bad because Daddy Microsoft is watching, and he's already on thin ice after fumbling literally everything that Bethesda has done for the past 2 decades.
Comes from human artists, right? Number one. And so, but
I'm sorry, but you know, Starfield proved that Bethesda human artists are worse than AI, because considering no one played Starfield's expansion, neither did I, by the way. Like hell, I'm giving Bethesda my money. But I actually know what it's about. I saw it and blah, blah, blah. Listen. The simple fact of the matter is, random generated tiles won Bethesda, okay? Starfield, the base game, was better than the expansion that made literally no sense. Because in the base game, every location was RNG from like 3 different tile sets. And in Shattered Space, the game was fully made, handcrafted by the Bethesda's brightest and smartest. Yes. In any case, and the Bethesda's brightest and smartest created such an absolute forgettable, painful, dull mess that people prefer the RNG generated shit. Because no one remembers a single location from the expansion. No one remembers anything from the expansion, okay? The only thing people remember is that congratulations, House Waroon, and in 3 seconds of getting there, you are the chosen one of House Waroon. Because reasons, as always.
I think we look at it as a tool for, is there a way we can use it to sort of help us go through some iterations that we do ourselves faster not in generating things, but just we're always working on our tool set, you know, for how we build our worlds or check things. And so I think if you go back 10 years ago, like that version of Photoshop, you wouldn't want to go back to that version of Photoshop. We want to protect the artistry because that's the human intention of it is what makes our stuff special.
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
Because nothing about the show makes sense and you should feel bad.
You want to know why the world ended? It started here.
Spoiler alerts, the world ended because capitalism bad. And no, I'm not kidding. They literally retconned the whole reason Fallout exists. And now it's because capitalism bad. You see, the TV series established that all of these big capitalistic companies that already pretty much literally own the world, more or less, back in those days, decided, you know how we can get all of the money? By destroying the money. So yes, let's nuke the world because that will somehow boost capitalism. If that sentence made absolutely no sense, congratulations, you are paying attention, and that's exactly the story of the Fallout TV show, which is canon now, by the way. You know, it's really bad when the best part about the Fallout TV show is the fact that they had a character named Moldover, whatever. And she was just a walking loophole of nothing makes sense, and how is any of this possible? Nothing involving her made any sense. None of her actions were logical. Not a single thing that she did and somehow magically could do made sense. And then Bethesda just killed her and answered 0 questions about how she actually could do any of the things that she could do, which is probably unironically the best thing that has happened in the Fallout universe, because if Bethesda answered any of those questions, I would probably be just more sad, because it would be completely ass.
With one man.
Making a TV show is obviously not easy. Has the love and attention shown by the production team given you more confidence in a future Elder Scrolls adaptation?
You know, I would say this, that the Fallout journey was like a 10-year one. Right after Fallout 3, it was sort of people were asking movie, show, whatever to do in Fallout, and we really took our time. I can't rule in or rule out an Elder Scrolls thing in the future. I think Fallout was more like uniquely suited. I think it has more to say in its genre right now. But you never know. I think the impact of the show on like Fallout as a franchise has been bigger than I expected. So it does make you think like, hey, is there a path? But nothing today. And I'm willing to say no for a decade.
Do you personally have a sense of how the Wolfenstein show is coming along? Have you been talking with the...
Oh god, that is gonna be... Listen, Fallout was bad, the Wolfenstein thing is gonna be super bad. The Wolfenstein franchise has been absolutely decimated also, needless to say, because Bethesda has say in that, sadly. The newest Wolfenstein game is just 2 powerful young women doing... Well, powerful young woman stuff, and Nazis bad, so... Yeah, that's a good summary.
Machine Games team about other
Just a little bit. You know, I'm good friends with Yerk, who runs that studio and the Wolfenstein franchise, and I'll let them speak about it. I do, but not my place to speak on it.
Of course,
yes.
Absolutely. The patrolling the Mojave gang?
I really think Todd's gonna get fired, because Todd Howard historically has plastered his face on everything Bethesda even remotely related. He has taken credit and put his name on everything that Bethesda has done. And now suddenly Todd's like, oh no, I actually don't do anything here. I'm just a janitor. Bruv, are you getting fired? Is this gonna be like a late Christmas gift or something? Don't get me excited, Todd.
The patrolling the Mojave gag is really good. Do things like that come about because Bethesda is giving them to the writing team, or do the team have a sense of how... Like,
the writing...
Bethesda doesn't know what Fallout is, and the writing team definitely doesn't know what Fallout is.
Graham and Geneva and Jonah and the writing team, they are so all over this stuff. We're usually reacting. We give them some, like, you know, general constructs to start with, and then we're ideating together. But everybody involved is such fans of it and treating it really with a great amount of love and care.
Do you have any specific times you can think of Bethesda giving some, like, oh, we should really run with this?
Well, it was, hey, do we want to do House? And in what way? And I was a believer of, like, House is one of the best characters in Fallout.
Oh yeah, so you completely butchered him in every way possible. Best character ever! Yes! Oh, it's pain.
And so, if we have a lane where we can treat him right, we would. I mean, how great is he on screen, right? Can you imagine without him?
Like yourself, I am the very best at what I do. And what I do is I know everything.
Do you have a current frontrunner for your Game of the Year?
Well, Expedition 33 is really unique and amazing. Death Stranding 2.
Definitely.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mean, they're all great.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he say Destiny too?
I think Expedition 33 is really a unique piece of art in so many ways. Yeah.
Great.
How about you?
I am leaning towards Donkey Kong personally.
Oh, all right. Yeah, great game.
Totally different direction with it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
That's my current.
They did a fabulous job. That's a hard game to sort of reset that way. It changes your expectations. A little.
Sure. I think I'm.
Did they change any expectations with Donkey Kong game? Because I know Todd Howard is lying. He has not played any of those games. He doesn't probably even know really what they are. He just knows the common buzzwords.
I'm a mechanics guy, so story absolutely has a place in games. But if I'm playing a game, I want something really chunky. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, they did an incredible job. That's a good one.
You and me, we're the best.
Soon he'll be there at your
I understand we're discussing a civil war. I must not have gotten my invitation.
Oh, that's the ending. Thank God. I could not stand any. Well, that's the quality of video that IGN's putting out, and that was sad. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.